Hey guys, I'm going to share a couple of very quick games and an interesting point about Gambits. Okay, so yesterday I had a 10-minute rapid game with Slice of Life from the UK, and it went into the Hennig Gambit with Bishop c4. Okay, he played the most natural move, knight out. I played pawn out, takes, and bishop out to g4. And I played the oh no my queen trap with knight to e4. He took and I took. 6 seconds, right, and the game's over. It's checkmate. Right, now, what happened then is that I got a message from him saying, why are you playing silly trap openings, Ben? How about a rematch where you play normally? Okay, so I replied, Gambit play is my style. The von Hennig is reasonable and quite hard for black to defend. I can play grown-up chess too, but I prefer very unbalanced positions with attacking opportunities. Got me to a peak of 1675 or so, but I've been struggling recently. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel. Which point he replies, so it's a fake rating, not based on playing chess well, but memorizing gambits. Okay. And you're instructing other players to play like this on YouTube? No wonder you can't sustain your rating. Ha ha ha. It's because you skipped all the fundamentals for cheap shots. I recommend therapy for your ego issues. And then he says, Gambit play is my style. It's like saying my boxing style is kicking people in the nuts. Now, there's a difference here. Because in boxing, at least proper boxing, you're not allowed to kick people in the nuts. It's a foul, okay? But chess is rigidly enforced. You know, we have rules, and playing on chess.com enforces the rules. So, I replied, it's a game, mate, meant to be enjoyed. You do you, I'll do me. Then I said, I'm happy for a rematch for sure. We could do like 3 10-minute games, no gambits. And he replied, I'll enjoy it when people like you stop playing so I can improve. And my reply was that is not the way to think about it. Everyone plays by the same rules, and you have to understand I only get occasional wins like that with traps. I also have 70-move games that go down to the wire. You still have to play chess. The way to respond to getting suckered like that is not to complain that it's not fair, but to up your game. Study the von Hennig Gambit and you'll see that the less intuitive 6 bishop f5 leaves black in a better position. And I gave him a PGN. And then I could flip your complaint on its head and say, when my opponents stop falling for the oh no my queen trap, I'll have to stop playing it. Okay. So this is the game review of his of the game that we played. Okay. Now, according to chess.com, a Slice of Life played with 52 accuracy. Okay. Now, did I force him to blunder? No. Right. I didn't force him to do anything. It's a trap. Okay. And you know, it gave me 2,000 rating, gave him 800. Okay. So here's another game. But you know, before we do that, there's a movie quote for you, for the real aficionados. Where 2 guys and one says, "Look, you're in this mess because you're in this mess. I didn't put you in this mess." Okay, name that one. And you know, you could argue, yes, I put him in that mess, but you know, he's allowed to play whatever moves he wants when it's his turn. So there you go. So here's another one. A 5-minute blitz game that I played just now, right? Literally. Von Hennig Gambit. Takes. There. Oh no, my queen trap. Again, I've used 4 seconds. And here, my opponent had a think. Okay, it took 12 seconds, and he played the bishop back. It's the only move. If he plays the bishop back to here, you can actually take it with the queen, and the knight can't take because you still have this, and it's still checkmate. So he found the best move. This is a 1500 rated blitz player. Okay, so he comes back. We trade. He's now got doubled isolated king pawns here, and I castle. He brings out the knight. I go and defend, and he plays here. Okay, so what do we do here as white? Well, the computer says, actually, knight f7. Forking queen and rook, tempting the king to take. And then we've got that winning the queen as well. So very, very dangerous. Okay, I played queen h5 check because I've calculated that he can't really block with the pawn here. So he blocks with the pawn. I take, hitting the bishop and the rook. He takes and gets checkmated that way. Okay, so it's a trappy opening, right? It's a gambit. I gambit a pawn here, which I don't intend to recapture straight away, but instead go for development. And it's absolutely fine if you want to play that way. Now, what we're going to do, now let's just look at the Lichess Players database, okay? And we'll look at this whole line. And I've got this set to everything. So from Hyper Bullet all the way to Correspondence Chess, from 400 all the way to 2500, okay? This is the von Hennig Gambit. Okay, and here at this point, we have 26,453 games. Okay, now if the bishop takes the queen, white wins 100% of the time. Okay, because bishop takes f7 is played nearly every single time with the trap. Okay, but and that has happened 7,786 times. Now, if you go to the Masters database, this position has never been reached. Why? Well, we'll go back. This position has been reached, okay? 4 times played by titled players, okay? If the knight takes, the most common move played here by Masters is bishop to f5. And if I turn on Stockfish, there we go. In every line here, black is slightly better because white is a pawn down. Yes, white's ready to castle and whatever. So, look, there was a better move, right? He didn't have to play his bishop here. He chose to play his bishop here. So, and I know this opens up a big can of worms for people, and there have been lots of discussions. I've had lots of people say to me, you know, why don't you play normal regular chess? Well, my argument is this is normal regular chess. And I am, and look, I haven't got a problem with my opponent, and I certainly haven't got a problem with him, you know, expressing his views. He's 100% entitled to those views. And I am 100% entitled to play chess, which is a game, in the way that I enjoy playing it. And I enjoy this. And yes, do I get some cheapo points? I do. But my opponents let me do that because they choose their moves when they've got the black pieces, right? When they're on the other side of the board, I don't force them to play anything. And as you can see here, the Masters don't do that. Let's look at it on Lichess and just take away everyone other than 2200, 2500. Okay, so in this position, bishop f5, again, is the most common move, and black wins more than white, 48 against 47. Right? If they play the bishop out here, then it is 69% win rate, okay? And people play knight e5 here, 2,839 games. Yeah, the bishop has taken the queen 288 times and lost every time. Okay, but white does very well. So guys, I mean, let me know your thoughts in the comments, right? But my feeling is that, you know, if he's going to say to me, it's, you know, players like you are ruining the game, well, you have to say the same to FIDE master William Grafe. You have to say the same to Jonathan Schultz, right? And Eric Rosen. You know, all good, strong players. Eric's an IM, and you know, they enjoy playing gambits, and you're allowed to enjoy playing gambits. I think it's absolutely fine. And you are flying by the seat of your pants when you play gambits like this. I mean, there are more respectable gambits, like the Smith-Morra Gambit. Yeah, the Vienna Gambit is probably okay at intermediate level, not so much at higher levels. The Evans Gambit is perfectly respectable in the Italian, in the gioco piano, right? So what you're doing is you are giving up material. in compensation, you're getting rapid development and attacking opportunities. And quite honestly, the fact is it's down to the guy on the other side of the board to respond to that and try to spot the traps and not fall into them using the time that is given to you. To quote Gandalf, Frodo says, I wish the ring had never come to me. And Gandalf says, so do all who live to see such times, but that is not for us to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time given to us, right? This guy had 10 minutes on his clock. Okay, he didn't use that time to figure out what I was up to and how to avoid it. I'm sure he could do, and I'm sure he will do next time. But other than that, and for now, I'll keep playing the Gambits while people still keep getting suckered by a trap like that. Of course I'm going to still keep playing it. Why not, right? And if they avoid it, then we're playing chess. And I'm happy with that. So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. See you later.